Peter, you want to waste your time on this right
Oh, I
now?
don't.
Or do you want to ask some other questions?
20 years' time, where will Tom
Peter,
Cruise?
good. You want to move on? Peter, come on. Let's go, man.
That's not what I'm saying. That's an alteration of what I'm saying. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer.
Reporters love thinking they've trapped Tom Cruise, right up until he smiles, and dismantles their entire question like it's a stunt scene he rehearsed for months. These aren't just interviews. They're rescue missions for journalists who don't know they're in danger. Here are 10 moments where Tom outsmarted the media so effortlessly it should count as a special skill, beginning with an Asian reporter who tried to corner him with a politically loaded question.
I like to ask this question to anyone who's up for it. I watched this film and I saw that it was filmed in many different locations around the world, including Africa. And of course, we all are aware of the tariffs that President Donald Trump has been imposing on overseas productions and films. So is this particular movie under that tariff? And also, how much of the film was shot overseas? I think that's a fair answer.
And if you thought that was merciless, then you have to see this.
So hi Tom, how are you?
Hello. Very well, thank you.
So when I read about this movie, I said, well, this is a typical movie for Al Pacino or for Robert De Niro, and then you went and took that role upon yourself.
You caught that, right? Because you might need to rewind and hear it again. That clip may be 20 years old, yet Tom's instant clapback still shines. Ron Jacobson openly tried to downplay Tom's collateral role, calling his entire performance some cheap Pacino imitation. You can probably already imagine how Tom handled that one.
I mean, I don't get afraid to take on characters. I get excited, you know. There's always that question of, is it going to work? Will I be able to do it? To what level? But I really enjoy starting a character and just having at it, you know, and see what happens.
He calmly shut down the insult without breaking stride. A quick but devastating reply. But that wasn't the end. Because clearly, Tom had one more clever counter waiting for this guy.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Do you think I was out of line?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I apologise for that
Good.
sincerely.
Good.
But when I read so much about you, Tom, these are questions you answer.
Peter, you want to waste your time on this right
Oh,
now?
I don't.
Or do you want to ask some other questions?
20 years' time, where will Tom
Peter,
Cruise?
good. You want to move on? Peter, come on. Let's go, man.
But that looked mild next to what unfolded beside Sofia Boutella in a friendly promo chat. Because what began soft turned icy instantly.
You do have these high standards for yourself with these stunts, but everyone else has to step up. Russell Crowe has said that in this film, he plays Dr. Jekyll. You have a fabulous fight scene, and he said you both had a discussion. You said, you know what, let's both just absolutely go for it.
Yeah. And look, he's an amazing athlete. He's a very good stuntman himself also. And, you know, if you look at that, the fight sequence that we have together, it was, we really had a lot of fun doing that.
He said he got bruised. I don't know how much fun he had.
Both of us got bruised. When he picks me up and slams me on that table, you know, he's...
It's a real table.
At first, everything rolled smoothly with Sophia asking about his Russell Crowe fight scene. But then the room froze when another interviewer launched a bomb at Tom disguised as a question.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
So do you walk away from that and go, he would actually beat me if we went at it properly? If you had a fight properly?
Why do you ask that question? It's like I don't even think of stuff like that. I don't even think like I'm going to fight my friend.
That's right, because you're always thinking of the audience when you're making things.
Exactly. He's my friend. You know, that would never happen.
That razor-clean, jaw-snapping comeback left the interviewer stumbling in embarrassment. Because honestly, who fires off a question that ridiculous?
Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is this was not against her will, though. But this wasn't against Brooke's will.
Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's abuse of all of these things.
No, you see, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do.
Aren't there examples, and might not Brooke Shields be an example of someone who benefited from one of those drugs?
All it does is mask the problem, Matt.
And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does.
People loved dragging Tom back then for speaking out on antidepressants, and Matt Lauer thought he could ride that wave. He tried painting Tom as clueless and uneducated, but the interview quickly proved who actually skipped their homework.
That's all it does. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
So
in a body.
postpartum depression to you is
Matt,
kind of a little psychological gobbledygook?
No, I did not say that.
I'm just asking, what would you call it?
Matt, that is the post. Now you're talking about two different things.
But that's what she went on the antidepressant for.
But what happens, the antidepressant, all it does is mask the problem. There's ways of vitamins and through exercise and various things. I'm not saying that that isn't real. That's not what I'm saying. That's an alteration of what I'm saying. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer, that these drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world. The thing that I'm saying about Brooke is that there's misinformation, okay? And she doesn't understand the history of psychiatry. She doesn't understand in the same way that you don't understand it, man.
That host really should have known not to wander into topics he barely understood. Then Jimmy Kimmel took his shot, aiming to make Tom look disconnected from normal life. Again.
And to be honest, I use you as a distraction to get to my car.
So I'm trying to help you out with that.
Appreciate that. But are there times where you just want to, like, get to where you're gonna go? And can you even, like, could you get on public transportation or go to a museum?
Look, I'm ready for whatever's gonna happen. So I don't change my life, but look, I like talking to people, you know, and as I said, I make my movies for them. And
just like before, the media tried spinning him into an out-of-touch celebrity who can't even handle something as basic as hopping on public transit. Wait till you see how Tom flips that lazy narrative.
Yeah, I do go on transportation. My security loves that when I do that.
Yeah,
the tube in England.
Oh, wait,
I do that. Like sometimes I'll put on my hat and my earphones and I'll just go in and get on the tube just if I want to get to the studio.
Does that work?
Quickly.
Do people stop
Sometimes.
It does.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes, like, you know, people are, during rush hour, like I go in and I'll be there. And I remember one time I was there and there's like 14-year-old kid. This girl was there and everyone was looking at their phones and I just saw her. I looked over and kind of my head's down. I got my baseball cap and she's just staring at me like this. And I looked at her and she looked at me and she just looked around the subway like this. And then looked back to me like, and I went.
It's funny, sharp, and perfectly timed. He turned Kimmel's own joke into the punchline, but the next host really outdid himself.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. You know, I mean, how do you answer that? How do you answer that question? She's someone that I plan on getting married again.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And having kids?
Absolutely.
This time, the host walks straight into the danger zone, asking questions no respectful reporter should touch. But Tom, he hadn't even started warming up.
But Nicole was a major part of your life and a love of your life at the time.
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
Would you like Nicole to remarry?
Yes. I want Nicole to be happy. That's what I want.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter.
Yeah.
You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions, though, that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
He dropped the polite Hollywood mask for a moment and taught the interviewer a lesson in boundaries without breaking a sweat. And trust me, this wasn't his last showdown with the press. But that was mild compared to the next clip, where Tom was genuinely annoyed on live TV.
Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Funny. Not very funny. Can you please?
No, it's okay. No, wait 1 second. What's so funny about that?
Did you catch that? A random guy holding a camcorder decided to pull the dumbest stunt ever, spraying water at Tom mid-interview. And trust me, that wasn't even the whole disaster.
It's ridiculous. Do you like making less of people? Is that Is that you like doing mean things to people? That's really. Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away. No, let the camera go on. I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
If that isn't textbook disrespect, what is? Yet Tom didn't lash out or storm off. He outsmarted the clown by staying collected and calling the behavior childish right to his face. And still, he wasn't done.
Oh, but can people actually be that way with you, Tom? If we're going back to Mission Impossible, one of my favourite bits of tech in that movie is, of course, the masks, right? And the reveal. Fun. If you could have a mask of just an average person, no one knows who you are, and you could walk about your life, no one knows that you're Tom Cruise, what are you doing?
Beg your pardon?
What are you doing? Like, it's not
What
you.
would I do?
This time, the swipe came subtle in the form of a sneaky jab at his life, as if being famous somehow makes you less real. But Tom didn't whine. He flipped it.
Yeah, what would you do? No one knows it's you. They can't be there.
No, but I just do the same thing I always do.
Go watch movies.
Go watch movies. Exactly. Go make movies. Go tour the world. I feel it's a privilege. It's a dream of mine my whole life to do what I do.
That's a clean, grounded answer. Optional, yes, but unforgettable. And just when you think the questions couldn't get weirder, Tom made an appearance on The Ellen Show. It was supposed to be a playful session, but things quickly turned very awkward, and Tom completely avoided Ellen's jabs like a plague.
Yeah. And Britney or Christina?
What do you mean?
Britney Spears. I don't know what I mean. I'm not even sure what I mean.
I've never thought about it.
All right.